Hello everyone, Megabuild Games here, and welcome back to Megabuild. I think this is episode 6. Did it a little bit differently this time. I sped it up. At the moment it is at 241%. It was meant to be like double speed. I recorded like 50 minutes of it though, so I was like, why not just make it sure it's like 20 minutes long? So I did. This is just me working out the top floor of the library at the moment, and then the roof. I probably, in hindsight, should have recorded twice as much and done it at 4 times speed, but lesson learned. I kind of decided to have like this kind of, the squares at the side I kind of left as they were, but then I joined them by a smaller rectangle at the top, so we had like this balcony sort of area running throughout the whole of the upper floor. I thought that they'd work nicely as little study rooms, the squares. We actually get most of this floor plan for the library done today, and after I finished this recording I went in and did all the rest of the bookcases, because we start sticking in the bookcases, and it would have been very boring if I'd have continued to put in bookcases for an entire episode. So I didn't, for obvious reasons, but this is kind of what the library looks like. I like the top floor actually. It kind of, I don't know, I like it. That's all I'm gonna say, I like it. And then here I am just sticking fences in because fences are important. We also do the walls and floors of the entire thing in this episode, and work out the stairs and stuff, so that's cool. I even do a bathroom because I'm cool like that. We decided to do a very wide set of stairs because, I mean, a lot of people will be using a library, obviously. We're using my favourite stairs as per usual, my lovely favourites from what's it called? Island Paradise. We end up not putting the stairs in the same place over the top. I decided to make them smaller and put them. Did I move them? I believe I moved them in the end. This has been a while since I recorded this. I recorded this while I was back at uni. Only like a few days before finishing at uni, but still. Yeah, I moved them back. And I create this kind of landing area where you can go out or you can continue up, which is nice. In hindsight, I should have added lifts. I may still do that, although now I've got an entire floor of bookcases, so that might be tricky. And then the windows I end up choosing, all of which, sadly for some of you that may want to download this, are from Roaring Heights. I thought they worked the best because they were very big and open, but they weren't like huge. And that was kind of the plan. I didn't want them to be completely like open, and I didn't want just like walls of glass. Is basically what I was going for. I wanted some glass, quite a fair bit of glass, but no walls of glass. I just wanted to have lots of light where light was needed. So yeah, that was the plan. I missed one out, but I'm sure we fix it. There we go, fixed it right now. We just kind of sticking in all the. I like these ones because you have all the different lengths. You have a 1 tile one, you have a 2 tile one, and you have a 3 tile one, and it's good for mixing and matching, as you can see right now. Adding in all the different kinds, very nice. Yeah, I kind of wanted to coat the walls in windows because it's a very big place and it needs a lot of light, and there are quite a few windows in the library at my uni, so I kind of went with that idea. I draw a lot of inspiration from my own university because I've spent so much time there. I mean, it's only been a year so far, and I already feel like I've spent a lot of time there. So yeah, we then go on to do the second floor. These windows take ages, so I'm just gonna sit here and rabble for ages and ages and ages. What would you like me to build next? Is probably the best question to be doing, because I haven't started the next episode yet. I mean the next build yet, because I'm still partway through the library. I basically did all the bookcases and then I finished for the day, and I haven't gone back to it since because I have been busy moving, doing all that fun stuff. I think I actually did this on the night before I moved, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, what would you like me to build next? Like a kind of student union sort of place, or more dormitories? I was hoping to kind of mix those in. I don't want to do them all identical, obviously, so I was trying to mix them all in amongst the rest of them. You know how it is. But yeah, let me know if you have any ideas of what to do next, because I will take them on and I will build according to them. Yeah, more windows. More windows. Lovely, lovely windows. Aren't windows great? I'm looking out a window right now. Kind of turned my head and there's a window, so I thought I'd look out it. Just to be cool. Windows are great because, I mean, you don't have to put anything on the wall if it's covered in windows. So yeah, that's kind of good, I guess. Although it means that decoration might be trickier because you don't get all the wall decoration fun that you get when you don't have not wall to floor, but all the walls covered in windows. You know what I mean. You guys must know what I mean. You're not entirely stupid. I'm partially, but mostly not stupid. Yeah. So, yeah. Then we continue onward. We went with full plate glass for this one. And we chose the Into the Future ones because I wanted, like, the darker side to be on the inside. Just because I thought it would work better, because why not? That's normally my excuse for things, why not? And so, yes. I soon realised that I haven't put any doors into those little study spaces. But we will fix that shortly. There we go. There's me going, oh bugger, I forgot to take out. So, I go with the Bauhaus doors from the store again. I do use a lot of store content, and my reason for that is it is great. The store content, it's a shame that it's better than most of the it is much better than most of the stuff in the game, and it is a shame that that is the case, but as someone who makes videos from that, I feel like it's important that I do use store content, etc. Yeah, for some reason those windows fudged up. Gotta love the word fudged. I used it because I didn't want to say the bad word. But yeah, this is the thing done. The outside, at least. I just kicked a chair. That was what that noise was that you just heard. So yes. We're just moving on to like a downstairs kind of layout area. I kind of go with a bathroom. I just kind of decided to do bathroom. I went, right, if I don't do a bathroom now, I will forget to do a bathroom. So I did it. I did it right behind the stairs because the stairs are accessed by a lot of people. So I thought, hey, I will just do them on either side of the stairs, and then they're easy to get to. And then if they're on the ground floor, again, they're the easiest to get to because most people will come in on the ground floor. And then we kind of fill it half with cubicles and half with things. Actually, at our library we have unisex toilets, which is interesting. They're pretty horrible. For some reason, the toilets in our library are pretty horrible in comparison to some of the other toilets we have around the campus. But yeah, they're pretty nasty. And mirrors being a pain. There's only a few mirrors that actually fit above counters, and it's very sad because you can't change mirrors. You can't change the height of mirrors, and it annoys me to no end. I was thinking about sticking that on top there because it fitted perfectly, but I chose against it, I believe. Yeah, because they did the soap dispensers by the thing, which I thought was cute, and then did a couple of towel rails. Not towel rails, but you know what I mean, the towels on a roll, because we don't have any hand dryers. And then obviously you have to light the place up, because there's no natural light in there, so I put one in every cubicle, otherwise it gets kind of blocked by like the cubicle itself. So yeah, there's the lovely nice little bathroom areas, and I was trying to pick floors. Went with that like beigey kind of tile, and then I went with another tile which I believe I do all white. I feel like most bathrooms are all white, so especially public ones. So I felt like that was a wise choice, and then kind of darkened the grout up a bit, so that was cool. If you heard that, you probably did. I mean, I heard it, and the microphone's right next to me. So yes. Where do we move on to next? I believe the next thing we do is we kind of work out the cafe area. Because yes, there is a cafe area in this, like there is in my lovely university library. I kind of wanted this part of it to be a library, not library, cafe. But I didn't want to obscure the doorway too much, because it's a doorway and it's one of the main doorways for the place. So I just kind of mess around with this. I end up messing around with it at several points within this video. I'm just like, well, what if I do it here? And then I carry on with something else, and then I go, well, what if I do it over here? The annoying thing was the gap between the columns is slightly different, because one is horizontal and one is vertical, and in a sense, if you know what I mean, which you probably don't. So yeah. Also, this tile, I use it a lot. It came with ambitions, but basically it's in two parts, and you have to make sure that you know that, because when you shift on it, it looks awful. But if you do alternate between the two in like a checkerboard fashion, it works out really nicely, and it looks very slick and polished and nice. And then we don't furnish. For some reason I'm stuttering during this video. I don't even know why. We don't furnish this cafe just yet. We'll do that in a real-time sort of fashion. I felt like that's better to do, you know. Do like a cafe in real time, for obvious reasons, because it's a cafe. Trying to work out places for books in this little nook right here. I changed my mind about a lot of this, if I remember correctly. I believe I decided that I would leave the bottom floor for like computer resources and such. So yeah, and then the two upper floors have the books. Oh man, excuse that little... That was a yawn that kind of ended up sounding like a burp. There was no actual gas involved. It was just me squeaking my voice for some weird, absurd reason. And this is me trying to work out how to do the lovely upper floor books. I finally settled on this cement kind of wall. I felt like it suited their library. I feel like all the libraries I've seen at different universities all have like a cement kind of wall. They all look very concrete, and that's why I went with that as the colouring on this particular build. I mean, obviously there is some colour involved in the entire campus. I mean, you've seen the you saw the dormitories. They look very much different, very much more colourful. So yeah, just making sure that all of it was covered, as you do. Lovely, lovely. I only got about 4 minutes left, so this is just probably going to end up being me putting in bookcases, realising they're wrong, and putting in more bookcases. I wanted to use the wrong heights ones originally, but I thought they weren't wall to ceiling. They weren't floor to ceiling, so I was like, no, that doesn't suit library enough. So yeah, and then I kind of fidgeted around. I mixed between the ceiling to floor bookcase from the base game and the one from University Life. I feel like they were the ones that I decided to use in the end. I do change the colour in between episodes, you'll see that next episode. They're kind of like an orangey wood to begin with, and then I think to myself that does not really go with the concrete, so I went with more of a muted kind of greyed out kind of wood in the end, I believe, if I remember correctly. It has been a while. I look at those library ones and I think, can I do that end thing that I wanted to do with the Wuthering Heights bookcases? No, I cannot. So yeah, this is the original colour I go for, which is, as you can see, kind of orangey and doesn't really fit with the colour of the concrete. And I don't know what's up with the lighting there either, so don't ask me. And then I'm sitting there thinking, could I fit another one in there? I probably couldn't. So here I am, just coating the sides with bookcases, and then create like a hallway sort of space because it made placing bookcases easier. And placing bookcases is fun. I decided to go from that end, make sure there was enough room for a door on each side. I believe I placed the door as well. It's an archway, in fact. I decided to choose one that was already black so I didn't have to do creator style on it, which was always wise. What do I do then? Change the floor to a lovely blue carpet, because you know how I feel about blue carpets. They're very university or school or institution kind of thing. So yeah, that's it. I kind of start marking out places for books on this floor. I don't know whether you see the way it works in the end, but it doesn't work out like this for certain. It definitely changes, but there is a lot of books on the second floor, I will tell you that. It is a very full library. I also wanted to make sure that I just stuck to one set of bookcases originally, but I kind of ended up making the decision that I wouldn't, because it kind of obstructed the walkways a little bit. So I just did it. I didn't like the one wide walkways at the very edge. I changed it to 2 when I went in and placed the bookcases myself, because I felt like it was better. It was a better choice. So yeah, that was my thinking. I was thinking also up here of doing like seating areas in like these squares, as I'm gonna call them, the squares. I mean, it just kind of felt right, you know. Please excuse the yawning. I have to record during the during the early hours of the morning. Well, not early hours. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, but You know what I mean.